Every day in our community, children are placed into foster care. Removed from their homes for abuse, neglect, and abandonment. Shuffled from place to place in an uncertain and scary world. Silenced and suffering. But for decades, the Guardian at Litem program has served as Northeast Florida's exclusive advocate for these vulnerable children, recruiting and training qualified volunteers or guardians to work on behalf of the child, listening to their needs, gaining an understanding for their unique circumstance, and ultimately serving as a voice for the child. Their only concern is what is in the child's best interest.
What does the Guardian ad Litem program mean to me? Well, it's very near and dear to my heart because I am a survivor of child abuse myself. And at that time, there wasn't anybody that would step in to help. And so when I came across the program, I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I needed. And I want to be there for children that need that kind of support and advocation for them, which I think is important.
Children with a Guardian at Litem are half as likely to re-enter foster care, less likely to spend time in long-term foster care, more likely to be adopted by a loving family, more likely to have a plan for permanency, more likely to perform well in school.
What sets the Guardian ad Litem program apart is that the fieldwork part of it is very hands-on. It's a highly responsible role. It's not one size fits all. Everyone has a part to play and everyone has different approaches to life and what they can provide or offer a child and how they impact that child. Many Guardian ad Litems form long-term relationships with children and families. So I think what sets the Guardian ad Litem program apart is really the true one-on-one experience and your ability to contribute as yourself.
You know, as the sheriff, talking about the child welfare system, what I would say is that there are a lot of kids out there who need help. And there's so many roles that you can play in helping a child. And helping a child doesn't have to be a full-time job. It can just be a small investment of time or money. And, you know, you think about the future of our community, the future of our country. It really is the children. And that sounds a little cliche, but it's absolutely true.
The goal of the Guardian ad Litem program is to change a child's story for the better.
I encourage others to support GAL because there are so many kids out there who need an advocate, and knowing what it feels like to be in a position where nobody is fighting for you and you need someone, it's very important that we have volunteers to support these children. They really need you, and if you have any time to give, it would make a huge difference in a child's life.
We can all support this worthwhile program with our time, our talent, or our treasure.
It can be overwhelming at times to see the really horrible things that happen to our most innocent in our community. And it's an outlet for me to be able to help in really the only way that I know how is through volunteering to be a Guardian ad Litem and the board chair for the foundation.
It's nice telling people that there's people out there to do good things. You know, I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say, but Guardian ad Litem, like my mom said, is a voluntary program. They don't do it because they have to, they do it because they want to. And it's nice to see people wanting to help kids all over Jacksonville, Florida. So
I hope people remember that kids in foster care, they're not bad kids, and they didn't put themselves in that situation. And Guardian ad Litems are a voice for children in court.
Guardian ad Litem program has become important to me because I see how they interact with the kids and how important these kids are to everyone at every level at GAL. From us volunteers to the attorneys to the case managers, everybody's engaged and involved, and they take a personal interest in these youth. And there's not a day that goes by that we aren't touched by one of them, or we're reaching out to each other trying to get their education needs met, their doctors. et cetera, but just how important they are, that they're in these kids' corner and they're making sure that these children's needs are met.
How will you help change a child's story?
I truly believe that with the many businesses and corporations we have here in Duval County, Nassau County, and Clay County, if these businesses would just align themselves with the foundation, we could make an enormous difference in the lives of children.